Hi everyone, I'm Melanie and welcome back to this new video. In this video we are going to look at how to handle rejection without losing confidence. So this is one of the most important topics in the world of high ticket sales, and I wanted to make this video because in my journey I went from being a setter, then a closer, then a sales manager today, and now I help also other women doing the same. And one of the main problems I had myself, and that many of my students had at the beginning as well, is learning how to keep going, even after facing rejections, which are very common in this space. So, first of all, I want to clarify something. If you right now want to achieve something you have not achieved yet, you have to do different things. Doing different things will most likely lead you to have rejections. They could be rejections from companies, they could be rejections from the people around you. There will definitely be rejections, or as I like to call them directly, obstacles. So before starting by saying that maybe in the world of high ticket sales there are many rejections, no, it's not like that. In this world, like it's a business world in general. So if you want to grow, you want to change your life, you want to start earning certain amounts of money, you have to embrace the fact that you will have rejections. They are really part of the process, they will be part of your journey. So let's start with the first advice, which is exactly to normalize this. You don't have to take rejection as something that's against you. You have to take it as something that will teach you a lesson, a very important lesson. And if you look at all successful people, they have definitely had some obstacles in their life. They have had big problems to solve as well. And one of the things that really helped me was something my mentor told me when I started sending my first applications. Like at the beginning, the responses were not great. Many companies were looking for people with more experience than me, and some simply didn't see in me, something that was right fitting like with them. And despite this, what my mentor told me was, you have to normalize all of this because it's part of the process. And I'm making this video exactly to give you the first piece of advice. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid of being rejected. Don't be afraid of failing, because this is part of success. Like the more you fail, the more successful you will be. These are very difficult things to do and obviously more difficult to face. But what can I assure you, and you will thank me in the future, if you follow this advice, you will never lose in your entire life. Because if you have a goal and you continue every single day, you are persistent, you are consistent in reaching this goal 100%, you will reach it. The second advice I want to give you is to stay confident in yourself and in your goal, even when you face rejections. Always keep your focus on the goal you're working toward. My advice is this: define a clear goal for yourself and put in your head that until you have reached it, you will continue to fight for that. Because if you think about it, in the end, when does a person give up? When they don't have a big goal. If you have a big goal that you really want to reach, which could be, for example, for me, it was, like having a certain lifestyle, being free, starting to earn $10,000 a month, having time for myself during the day, helping my family. These were like my personal big goals. I had such a big goal that when I found myself facing a difficulty, I thought okay, first, it's part of the process. Second, it's part of reaching my goal. And when I chose my goal, I had two main options. Either I went back to my life, which maybe would have been more comfortable in that moment, but uncomfortable over the time and over the years, or I could overcome many obstacles, have many difficulties concentrated in a period of short time to then arrive to my goal. And I don't want to say that once you reach your goal, everything is finished. When I reached mine, I realized there were new goals waiting for me. And one of them, for example, was creating an academy to help other women who were in a similar situation. Now, the third advice I want to give you, which might seem the simplest of all, but it's really the most important, is to be patient. Like today's world unfortunately leads us to spend a lot of time on TikTok, on Instagram, seeing so many people who lives a perfect life. But what they don't tell you is that many times all these peoples to have that type of perfect life took years, took months, took so much time. They made so many efforts and had so many failures before getting there. And the same thing will happen with you as it happened with me. If you want to change your life, you have to do actions you have never done. And most importantly, you have to be patient. You have to have the patience, because patience is the strongest weapon you can have. Because, like, what do many people do? They start something, they are impatient because they don't immediately get the results, and then they move to another thing, then another thing again, and they keep doing like this. Who wins is the person who actually chooses one thing, is patient, continues with that thing, and despite the difficulties, moves forward and reaches the goal at the end. They win both in the short term and in the long term. So I'm telling you again, like, be patient. Repeat it to yourself many times, because repeating this phrase to myself helped a lot in this journey. It was basically the thing that really helped me the most. So these were the 3 pieces of advice that helped me a lot in my journey for high ticket sales. I decided to make a video a bit more about mindset this time, rather than being a technical video about high ticket sales as I usually do. But many times mindset is even more important. It's the thing behind everything that will actually make you get to the result. So I hope I helped you, and that's all for this video. If you have any questions, write to me on Instagram, and if you want to book a call to start working with me, you will find the link in the description to book it. So that's all, and see you in the next one.